Howdy, folks. I'm telepathic technetium, tersely teleporting telekinetic trees.
I'm Amber.
And here are more telekinetic trees for us to teleport. I don't know why, I don't know how, because we're telepathic, and I guess that now means we can also teleport people. Amber.
Or trees.
Or trees. Let's get started. Alright, folks, our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Telling My Parents and Brother that if they wanted his ex removed from my wedding pictures, that they would need to pay for it? My brother goes through women like I go through socks. I gave him a +1 for my wedding 2 years ago, and he brought his girlfriend at that time. When we were doing the family pictures, he wanted his girlfriend in the pictures. I said that we could do some with her and some without. He got mad that I allowed my sister to have her fiancé in all of the pictures, and my other brother was allowed to have his boyfriend of 5 years, but that I had the audacity to exclude his girlfriend of the week. My parents said that they didn't want any fighting, and to just include her. They were paying for everything, so I said fine. She isn't in all of our pictures, just the one with our family and both families. Now, my brother is engaged, and we had the family over last weekend. His fiancée saw our wedding picture on the wall and got into a fight with my brother. He never told her that he had been in a serious relationship with her nemesis. He tried explaining that they only dated for a very short while. She called BS because she was included in the family pictures. She asked to see our wedding album, and sure enough, the girl was in multiple pictures with the family and the in-laws. My brother finally calmed her down, but has asked me to take down the picture or have his ex removed. I said that it was expensive and he would have to pay for it. He tried complaining to our parents. They said that I was being childish. I reminded them that they were the ones who insisted that I give in to him. I said that they were welcome to pay for the editing. They just said that I was a jerk and that they already paid for the pictures once. Alright, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk. Like you said, they're the ones who have an issue with it. They can pay for it. You should not have to pay because your brother had made a poor decision and your parents sided with him. And now they're siding with him again.
Yeah, I just think that your parents are always going to side with your brother. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. You tried to warn them that this wasn't a good idea, and your warnings went unheeded. I don't think that there's anything unreasonable what you're saying. You're not saying that you won't do it. You're just saying that you don't want to foot the bill. And they're, again, the ones with the issue. You don't have a problem with the photos. You're fine with the wedding photos. It's everyone else who has a problem with it. So that becomes a matter of them and what they need to do to it, right? So yeah, I don't blame OP at all, and I don't think that this is a reasonable request. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Sexy Saxo says he had been in a serious relationship with her nemesis. What? Who has a nemesis? What is she? An anime character? And OP replies, she didn't say that. I just thought it was a funny way to describe someone she loathed. And Professional Ruin 953 says, well, give us the tea on their backstory. And OP replies, the ex was a bully to the fiancé in middle school and in high school. The issue isn't that my brother dated other women, it's that he had a serious relationship with her and that she was included in the family wedding pictures. My brother is between a rock and a hard place. He either has to admit that he was a jerk for insisting that she be in the pictures, even though she was in his life for a few minutes, or lie about how important to him she was. And International Set 522 says, not the jerk. He was probably trying to lie to that other girl about how important she was to him, and your parents should not have interfered. And OP replies, more than likely. And Gemfree says, sounds like you saw something like this coming and suggested not having her in every picture. He insisted, and now he's trying to make it your problem. Too bad for him, not the jerk. And Bated Breath says, the new chick has already seen the photos anyway, so the damage is done. Removing the ex won't alter history. They'll probably be broken up by the time you could get new photos printed anyways. Ouch, but probably true. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Today I Messed Up by Extracting Some Lady's Fantasy Underwear from My Pants Leg. So I am at a conference, and I arrive the night before and have a few drinks. BS with some folks and crash out. Sleep a little late and then wake up at 8:18 a.m. The thing is that I have to meet a few senior exec people from a very well-known customer electronics company. I'm a technical person, and we're talking about a chip that goes into one of their products. The meeting was to be over coffee at 8:30, so I jump up, I shower, I dive into my suitcase, and I pull the pants and shirt out that I was meant to press the night before. So I'm in shambles, but I get more or less covered, and I head to the elevator. I feel this weird bulge in the back of my knee, like there's something stuck in my pant leg, but I don't have time to address it. I get off the elevator and I see the folks in the lobby and I stride right over. We press the flesh and get some coffees and sit down at the lobby table and start talking technicals. So I'm so deep into describing the fuse burn for security keys or something like that, and place my right ankle on my left knee, so I'm making a number 4 kind of figure with my legs. I'm gesticulating and describing stuff and fidgeting like a proper English autistic person that I am, when I must have subconsciously remembered the weird bulge in my pants leg and decided to reach up there and grab it. So I yank it out real obviously and produce a pair of my wife's red frilly lacy panties. They have just gotten mixed up with my pants in the dryer or something. I freeze and I look at them in my hands. Everyone stops talking and then looks at them like three really long seconds go by. And then I rammed them back into my pants leg and I said, that was weird, but I do believe they are clean. And then I continue with the meeting. What in the world? All right, folks, what do you think of this story? Today, this person messed up. Did they mess up?
I mean, things happen. Hopefully the company executives have a sense of humor.
Yeah. I mean, they might have a sense of humor, they might not, and I mean, I guess as long as OP was able to get through the presentation, that's really all that matters. Sometimes wardrobe malfunctions happen, and I mean, I think everyone from now on again has been subject to a wardrobe malfunction, so I'm sure it's not the weirdest thing that they've seen, but let me know what you folks think of that story. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Self-Educated says, all right. This just brought back a long ago memory. I, a female, went into one of those home improvement stores to buy a tub surround that I was going to install myself in our log cabin vacation home. This was 30 years ago, and I dreaded talking to the male salesperson because, of course, they were going to treat me like an idiot because of my gender. So it didn't go so bad. After looking at what they had and talking to a few guys, although I noticed a few strange looks, I paid for the fiberglass tub surround, and I pulled my van around the back and loaded things up. As I get out of the car, I notice something sticking to the backside of the shorts that I was wearing. Yep, a pair of underwears, crotch side out. Static clung to the seat of my pants. And OP replies, dryers, they will mess you up. And Zombie Sexual 1 says, I have to wear some 2-piece belts with Velcro for work, and last week, I ended up walking around for a few hours with my boxers stuck to my back. No one even said anything. Didn't notice till I had to drop and use the bathroom and pulled down my pants. And OP replies, battle belt setup. And RiceMe011235 says, oh wow, I really thought this was going to be the same story that happened to both my mom and I, but your story is way better, lol. My mom and I have put on jeans that we'd worn on the previous day and had panties fall out of our pant legs in a very public setting. My mom was in the restaurant and with my dad and all 4 of us kids in tow when we were younger, which we all really enjoyed at the time. And then it happened to me a couple months ago in the parking lot at work. And I 100% looked back. I saw them on the ground and just kept walking like, well, would you look at that? Someone has lost their panties in the parking lot. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber's got a joke.
What kind of fur do you get from a werewolf?
I can tell you exactly what kind of fur you get from a werewolf. You get the kind of fur that you don't get at all because the werewolf eats you. And then that was the end of that mission. You probably shouldn't have gotten werewolf fur.
As fur away as you can get.
Oh, as fur away as you can get. Yeah, I mean, that's the same thing that I was going for. You don't get werewolf fur. Plus, okay, folks, I want to know the answer to this question. Werewolves, they transform in the moon, and a lot of times that, like, you see them in TV and they're depicted as they just get all hairy and stuff like that, but then the next day they're completely like bald again, right? Just like the hair disappears.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to the werewolf fur if you take it? Will it just disappear?
It's a
I
good.
want to know the answer to this question. So, I'm thinking just from the way it's depicted in media, that the werewolf fur disappears. You could have a whole handful of it, and then it would just. And I have Mega Mint. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Saturday! Congratulations, we made it, folks. It's the weekend, and we can finally sit back and relax and enjoy ourselves. Probably not. Amber, we need some kind of moral advice and or guidance, and please have it in the form of a memory that you would rather forget.
I mean, I don't know if this is moral advice or guidance, just, awkward clothes mishaps. I was 14, I think, and I was at the beach with my cousins, and my cousin Caleb went to grab my towel to pull it because he was just at that age where it was a fun game. But instead, he got my bikini bottoms, and down they went.
That's right, folks. That's an embarrassing story that Amber would like to forget. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.